episode of PCHtv for this year. I'm Catherine Melvin.
And I'm Tim Wyman. Let's look at all the events that Parkway Central has done in the past month, starting with the Big Band Dance.
On Saturday, March 29th, the Commons were singing with the sounds of big band music.
The students in Jazz Band and Pizzazz once again participate in the annual Big Band Dance.
Probably the thing that's difficult this year is the thing that's always difficult. You try to put together a lot of selections with quite a bit of variety. So collecting enough selections to play for 3 hours is always the biggest challenge.
Jazz Band and Pizzazz members have to learn a variety of jazz songs to perform.
We play just standard jazz, some vocal jazz with the show choir, and then some arrangements of popular songs like a Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake and Beat It, Michael Jackson.
Preparing the music this year was more difficult than students anticipated.
We got it the week before, and I started working on it 2 days before the actual concert. I messed up, but I think it was fine.
During performances like the Big Band Dance, problems will occur. So the question is, how do band and pizzazz members handle it when this happens?
You know, we don't play every tune perfectly, but we play an awful lot of tunes at a high level. Any kind of live ensemble, you know, has to recover from errors at any time, and you have to do some of that always.
From PCHtv, I'm Tim Wyman.
Wow, I've been missing out on all these years. I could have worn a cute dress.
Yeah, me too. Well, anyway, another musical event that our school does is a bunch of students fighting with guitars.
Battle of the Bands isn't fighting with guitars, Tim. It's a competition of student bands, and we got to sit down with the winners.
JUICE has gained many members from when they formed when they were 12, and a few of them came from families with musical backgrounds.
Playing piano, my family's really musical. My dad played in the symphony, and my mom sings, and so I wanted an instrument, and I just picked it up.
Others just have a love for music.
My whole family, parts of my family have always been really big rock musicians and like rock fans, so I decided that I wanted to take that up.
Not all the members have been there from the start.
5th grade, when a kid named Patrick Berry asked me to be in his band, we were really bad, and then we just stayed together, and then Ben joined in 8th grade, Ben Schenberg, and now he's our lead guitarist.
Schenberg first joined as a fill-in, but soon became a regular.
I joined because they needed help, and the drummer I was in a class with them in 6th grade, and they wanted me, so I came and played for them, and they decided to let me join, so I joined about 3 years ago.
While some have been around for a while, some are just settling in.
Yeah, I knew them in 8th grade. I went to their first gig at the 8th grade dance, which was bad, but they got better. And so they said, hey, why don't you come play with us on a gig? We have some songs, we need you on the piano. And then stuff went from there, and I turned into a regular member.
Despite new members joining, old ones are still active in the band.
Well, everyone's still technically in the band that was an original member, but why I picked the new members is because they're good and they're friends, you know.
Selinger is impressed with how far they've come.
A long way, really. It used to just be like me, acoustic guitar, and Patrick just like playing drums like a robot. So yeah, we've come a long way.
For PCHtv, I am Piper Rother.
Wow, there's a lot of musical talent in our school.
But music is not the only talent on display.
It's true. The students got to show off their talents with the NHS Talent Show.
Parkway Central's National Honor Society has brought back an old tradition to Central, the talent show.
PCH used to do a talent show, and we felt that was something that was really missing because we know a lot of people have a lot of really great things that they do, and we wanted to bring that to that and let them show it.
The credit for putting the show together goes to senior NHS president Michael Gu.
Well, talent show is usually student-run, and it's always been like that. So, when I became president this year of NHS, I was like, we have to make that possible because obviously we're a student-run organization, and we pretty much have the ability to run it, but also make it for a good cause, which was what we were able to do at the end.
Senior Secretary Michael Wang made sure that the money raised went to a good cause.
Decided to donate $500 some to St. Jude's Hospital.
Gu was surprised by the amount of students that participated and showed up for the talent show.
We initially had it that Friday at 7 p.m. People didn't want to come for that. You know what I mean? So we were like, well, we're going to get a lot more students if it's during Act Lab, and so we did that, and the turnout was, I guess, phenomenal.
Wang agrees the change of time was a good idea.
Having it during Ag Lab was a good idea because students didn't have to stay after school or come back later in the day, so having it during Ag Lab probably gets you the biggest turnout.
These officers wanted to make sure the talent show will live on after they leave.
We're actually leaving the instructions for the talent show, or like writing up some instructions for how to do the talent show next year. So I'm pretty sure Ms. Meyer and that HS hopes to do it next year.
Not only did he plan the talent show, you decided to perform as well.
We breakdanced and then we actually won. So it was kind of weird because I had the trophy ready to hand it to the person, right? And then in the end, I was like, and the winner is breakdance club. So like I had the trophy in my hand. So I was like, I gave it back to her, and she gave it back to me, and I was like, here we go. Come to the talent show next year if you're not a senior, and make sure to support NHS and everything that they do for the school.
For PCHtv, and for the last time, I'm Brendan Hines.
Tim, do you have any talents?
Let's see. No.
Oh, well, that's too bad. If you had athletic talent, you could have joined the volleyball team.
Yeah, I don't think I meet the height requirements. Besides, I hear that they're doing pretty good this season with that roster they have.
The boys volleyball team has a winning record of 20 wins, 7 losses, and 2 ties. Their biggest advantage is their size.
We have probably 5 guys over 6'5", so each time we get a good pass and a good set, we'll get a kill, and we're really good at closing the block and sending points back at them.
The team is also winning games because of their strong connections as teammates.
We get along real well, me and my teammates. We're all really good friends. Most of us hang out with each other on the weekends all the time. Before every home game, we usually go to MacArthur's and get food together as a team. Sometimes, if it's a nice day out and we have free time before the JV game starts, we go out to the track and tan.
The team also returned many starters and reserves from last year's conference championship team.
Other years we've had just as much skill, and this year we might be lacking some skill in other positions, but I feel like we work better together.
A new member of this year's squad is freshman Zach Caresco, who is getting used to playing with the taller guys on the court.
I feel really short. That's and I don't know, I'm always looking up like this.
The team has yet to lose to a team in Class 3, which gives them an optimistic look at playoffs this year.
I would say there's not much competition in Class 3, which is the class we're in, but there's a whole lot less talent than there is in Class 4, so once we go out there, we'll have a shot at winning it all, because we were in the top 4 last year, and we basically brought everyone back, so that's what we're aiming for, even though we don't want to explicitly say it too much, but that's what we're definitely aiming for. We want those 3 years on the wall, conference districts, and hopefully state championship.
From PCHtv, I'm Dean Trail.
Make sure you follow the volleyball team and the other 8 spring sports as they wrap up their seasons in the next few weeks.
That's easier than following the volleyball itself. Maybe I should have been on the baseball team instead. I know what my walk-up song would have been. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came. Down in the hollow, playing a new game.
Or not. Let's see what other students would use as their walk-up songs.
It's time for Man on the Street.
Good Girls Gone Bad.
Black and Yellow by Wiz Khalifa.
Waving Flag.
Every Time We Touch by Cascada.
Pocket Full of Sunshine.
Partition by Beyonce.
Long Hot Summer Day by the Turnpike Troubadours.
Eight Trees by Kendrick Lamar.
Hour by Kanye West.
Prima Donna by Marina and the Diamonds.
Night Train by Jason Aldean.
My Homes.
The Next Episode by Snoop Dogg.
So, Tim, maybe you should stick to choir and the broadcast team.
But Catherine, I'm an individual.
Well, some students find working individually is better than a team environment.
One such student is an artist whose artwork has been in the hallways and on some classroom dry erase boards.
He has only been at Parkway Central for 3 years, but junior Matt Szymkowicz is already in the double digits when it comes to completing art courses.
Just the last 2 years I've been at Central, I've been taking a large portion of art classes, probably 3 or 4 every semester. At the moment, I'm in photography 2, ceramics, digital design 2,
In photography, the class focuses both on digital aspects using Adobe Photoshop, as well as film photography and the darkroom process. Szymkowicz has taken a special interest in this course thanks to his instructor, Mr. Brian Guilfoyle.
Just the way that he teaches the class, he gives us a very good and easy way of just expressing ourselves by letting us try out new techniques that most artists might not think of themselves.
Much of the junior's work includes an abundant amount of detail, but Szymkowicz says that once he gets zoned in, the rest comes easy.
Once I just get into a groove of doing the same pattern over and over again, I can just fill up a whole shape in a certain amount of time. It is very time-consuming.
The source of his inspiration is not as exciting as one may think.
I don't really have that many sources of inspiration. Really, it was just boredom. Because whenever I get bored, I just would end up doodling patterns. And it's just something I just ended up incorporating into a lot of my art.
Because of the changes in color in abstract design, Szymkowicz says that his work is unique from most of the art around the school. He appreciates every chance he gets to display it.
I feel good, just because people are just giving me enough space to do what I want to do and not be too judgmental or critical on what I'm doing.
As for the future, Szymkowicz plans on attending art school, where he will focus on digital photography and maximize his use of abstract skill. For PCHtv, I'm Nathan Colbert.
Congrats to Matt and the other artists whose work has been on display the past week.
Well, that's it for this school year.
If you'll be back to Central in the fall, look for new episodes of PCHtv. And if you're seniors like us, so long, farewell, if you can say goodbye to you, and you, and you, and you, and you, goodbye.
For PCHtv, I'm
Have a great end of the school year.